Hello, Object Show friendos. I hope you're all doing well, taking care of yourselves, feeling awesome, or as awesome as you can possibly feel. And if you're not feeling awesome right now, I certainly hope things pick up for you very soon. Welcome to another episode of Object Show Roundup, the last one before the holidays, actually. So, hope you all have a nice, restful time. If you do, celebrate. If you don't, I just still hope you have a restful time and get to chill out a little bit. But yeah, it's been quite the year, hasn't it? Not going to do the early wrap up in this episode though, because we do have one more to go before the end of the year. So, just wanted to get in the happy holidays to everybody. But yes, we do have a few updates to go through today, as per usual. The OSC never rests, and me and the kiddo watched another show this past week, so we will be going over that too. Fun times. But let's dive into some of the little regular updates first, shall we? Okay, we do have a couple of merchandise updates in this episode. Starting off with Battle for Niche Internet Fame. Yeah, 3As Mug does have the merch store going. There was a previous merch store, but didn't work out too well. So a new one is up and running now. I will get the right hand and the right side sometime, I swear. But yeah, there is a new merch shop up. There's lots of really cool stuff. There's like shirts, there's pins, there's stickers, loads of cool stuff. I will pop the link in the description if you want to head on over to check that stuff out. This has been a long time coming, and I'm really excited that the shop's up and kicking now. Means you can get yourself some nice cozy shirts or pins or something ready for when episode 3 comes out next year. Get some preparations done. Alright, some of you may have already seen this video, but on Wednesday I did upload the third, actually. This is the third Object Show interview session, and I got the chance to sit down with CentrifugerCD, TRIPWIRE, and upcoming ARBS shows, and Minty Town as well, who did the amazing short film Noia and The Beacon recently as well. These two were so fun to sit and talk to. I had such a good time. It was amazing. If you haven't checked the video out yet, go listen to these two go off about what they've been up to, how work on ARBS is going, their favorite shows, music, all kinds of stuff. We really just kept on going with this one. Honestly, you might look at it and go, an hour and 42 minutes. Believe you me, there was way more than that. I cut that down from a lot more than that. Believe me, it's like, this is the problem. Once you get a bunch of yappers together, the same thing happened with the interview with Stone. It's like, you just can't stop us, right? And believe me, like I say, I trimmed this down, so it's only 1 hour and 42 with good stuff. Honestly. Believe me. But yes, it's been so much fun doing these interviews recently, and I will tell you that there are more in the works. I do have another 2 planned so far. So I'm the aim. It might be a stretch because I might not be able to maintain this, depending on how many people I manage to reach out to and convinced to talk to me. But it would be nice to do one of these a month. It would be nice to have one a month. I don't know if that can be something I can maintain consistently. But I do have 2 more planned, and they will hopefully be up in January and February. So that's the plan there. And we'll just see. We already did me and Stone already did kind of say that there could be another sit down with Stone when Battle for Niche Internet Fame episode 3 comes out. So anyway, we'll just see. We'll just see what 2026 brings us. I don't want to talk too much about 2026 yet, because I'm just meant to be talking about this specific video right now. My brain just takes me all in random directions, and I can't stop it. It just goes a wandering and does what it wants sometimes. Check out this interview video. It was really fun to do. And if you want to learn a little bit more about the people who make the shows rather than just the shows, they do talk about the shows too, but I think it's just a really nice way for you to get to know the people behind the shows a bit more. That's one of the other reasons I really enjoy doing these interviews. So, yeah, go check it out if you haven't. And talking about Sentry, another merch drop, and TRIPWIRE merch. Hello? There's so many cool things. Ugly Christmas sweaters. Brilliant. So yeah, there's sweaters, there's shirts, there's pins. Again, there's a whole bunch of stuff just dropped over there. Now, and it's the same site that THREEEE's mug used as well. So it's obviously I think it's seemingly a really good choice for smaller creators to go and use. So go check out the TRIPWIRE merch as well. Get stocked up. I will pop a link to that store as well in the description. We do like packing the description with links around here, don't we? So yeah, exciting stuff. Over to Donny now, and Donny did this nice big post talking about how the animation has begun on OW. So after way too much procrastination, yeah, totally get that. Totally understand where you're coming from there. I definitely do the same thing with things. You wouldn't believe how many projects I have in the back of my head that I just haven't gotten around to doing anything with yet. But anyway, that's not about me. It's about Donny. Also, the app I use, Procreate Dreams, got an update maybe 2 days ago. It's actually usable now. It's always handy if, if an app you use becomes usable. That's kind of important. Didn't think the day would come where it had a move tool and an actual way to do frame by frame that doesn't mess up everything every 2 seconds. Cool. I'm glad that the app finally works. Start with the last scene because why not? Hey, if you've got the scenes planned out, I guess it doesn't really matter what order you do them in. Didn't add any shade in the assets yet, which is why it looks weird. Going to take a million years, but hey, at least it started. And that's the right attitude right there. Getting started is the first step. Because if you never start, you'll never do it. So just getting that first step done is a really important part of the process. The most important part of the process, actually. So congrats on getting started, Donny. I'm sure it's going to go awesome. Best of luck to you, and I will be keeping a close eye out for updates to see where things are going. All right, we got a little update from derpadon about it's time for the 10. The audio is done, so that's always an important step. Getting all those lines and stuff and the music and things sorted out, so then you could start animating around that. I am excited for it's time for the 10 because that last episode went in some, well, I was going to say strange directions, but the show in general has been going in strange directions, but there was definitely some intriguing things going on. In fact, actually, that's every episode as well, so I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying it because it's always good, it's always intriguing, and it's always off the rails. So we'll see how much more off the rails things can go in episode 10. But hey, the audio's done, so one step further along the line. All right, quick update from FusionAnimations now. 250,000 subscribers. Gotta learn to expect that at this point. You know what's coming when something like this happens. Congrats on that milestone, Fusion. Totally deserved, right? Object Invasion has been absolutely amazing this year. So many really good episodes. And heck, 2026 is already shaping up to be a good one too. Judging by that awesome little teaser of the episode title and some artwork that we got. So, I'm excited to see where that show goes next year. But yeah, big congrats on that, 250k. I'll be honest with you, I've been keeping a close eye on Fusion's channel because he's been at 249 for what feels like such a long time. Like, tick over to 250. Tick over to 250. Come on. We got there in the end. Awesome stuff. All right, Krispifishh fans, we got to eat again this week because we got some more art and we got some more poetry for Ampersand. Oh, joyous day. I always enjoy it every time. Boom. There we go. Hi, Finley. And question mark. Sheet of paper? Or is it just someone whose face can't remember? Anyway, lost in my own mind. I think of those that love me. Their vision obscured by my hands. I needed to keep hidden. The tears rolling and falling, my smile growing and rising. I feel the old molten fade. my fears escaping. I am my own enemy. I am my own friend. Oddly relatable, some of that, I've got to say. But this really nice, and I like that's what I really enjoy about Crispy's posts and updates, because could just drop the art because the art's really, really good, and Crispy does just drop art now and again. But the poetry or the text that usually comes along with this, the art, the way it all kind of ties into characters' personalities and what's going on with them, and like kind of building up to, I guess, some of the stuff we're going to see in the show. I really appreciate that aspect of it too. But we did get a version of this without the poem for those who just want to enjoy the picture. So, I mean, what can I say that I haven't already said? You know, I mean, I always do end up saying, like, even in these now sections, it's like, I always say the same thing, but it's always true every time I say it. I love Crispy's art style, and I love Crispy's poetry, and yeah, it's always a good time when Crispy posts something. So, as I will always say, and should always say for every single channel that I talk about, do make sure you go on over to Crispy's channel and check that stuff out if you haven't yet, because there's also little videos, there's like asset test videos, there's little kind of trailer things, teaser things, and so you can get a kind of a feel for the vibes, you know. Highly recommended. All right, we got an update from Mooncookiez about Poptart Pursue 1B. We got a little teaser image. Is this going to break? Does this break YouTube's terms of service? There's a butt right there. What's happening? What is going on? But anyway, here's a teaser for what's to come up on Poptart Pursue 1B, as animation has officially begun for it. Exciting. If you want to see more teasers like this and even have a chance to work on the crew, or some questions, join the Discord today. I will actually pop the Discord link in the description. So if you do want to hop over to the Poptart Pursue server, then you can totally do that then, and maybe get a little heads up on some stuff. Or if you've got some skills and want to help out with the show, you could do that too. Okay, let's talk about the show that me and the kiddo dived into this week, shall we? Not a new one, because I have made this mistake before by saying, hey, it was a new show. Not new. It's not new. It's one that's we've only just got around to watching. It's Numbers by Vangs, and yes, it is a show that Sentry mentioned in the interview video. If you already watched that and paid attention to that section, so I was like, sure, I'll go check that out, because it was the only show that Sentry mentioned, only object show that Sentry mentioned that I hadn't already watched. So I was like, cool, I'll get around to Numbers then. We'll watch Numbers. So yeah, there's only 2 episodes so far. So it doesn't take a lot of time to get through them. So we'll get to that once I wrap up the episode discussions. But the usual caveat applies here. There are spoilers for Numbers coming up, because we talk about both episodes, all the stuff that goes on, all the usual things. So if you haven't watched Numbers yet and don't want to know any of the plot lines or what happens, then maybe just skip on to the next chapter for now. But also, just go and watch Numbers. It'll take you about 30 minutes. First episode's about 10, second episode's about 18. Barely any time out of your day. Go check it out, because it is really good. All right, everyone who wants to watch Numbers is going to watch it now. Unless you haven't watched it, but you don't mind listening to me waffle about it. Whatever the case may be, let us get stuck into this, shall we? So, episode 1, Cyber Monday. So, episode opens with a jellyfish starting their day off positive.
I'm so disappointed in you. Well, off to work.
Hey now. As someone who also works in a dead-end job, I'm feeling super called out right now. I felt that. I felt that deep in my soul. But when Jellyfish gets to work, the boss has called a meeting with everyone, never usually a good thing, and announces that they're all fired. Yep. After giving you all the usual platitudes about, oh, everyone's so great and yada yada blah blah corporate nonsense. Turns out that the boss has been evading their taxes for quite some time. And they hop out of the window too, in case you needed to know that. But this is just the setup. Don't worry. This is just getting started. What's important is actually what happens to Jellyfish now. Clearly, he's our main character since we started the episode with him, right? We wouldn't start the episode with this Jellyfish friend if Jellyfish friend was not who we were going to be following. And yes, those suspicions are confirmed pretty much immediately in the next scene, as we do follow Jellyfish into a bar where he is accosted by Bottle Cap.
You know, you and I are quite the same.
Wait, you're talking to me?
Who else would I be talking to? I was once like you. Unemployed, lonely, alcoholic. But rehab changed a man. And I think it could change you too.
Dude, I don't need rehab.
Look at the card.
Numbers?
Cool, you made a title drop.
How? Why did that happen?
Guess I should ease you in. You can manifest anything into existence with this card, just by saying it.
So is this what you do to every alcoholic you come across? Or...
I'm a businessman. I know my wits.
Okay. How did you even get this? This seems like a concerning amount of power for someone to have.
You want to know the truth? I was in an object show once. There were 19 people, and I won. The host gave it to me.
Is that all?
Yeah, but I have no idea how the host of that show got it. I'm just here because I don't really have any use for it. I already got everything I want. So, if you make a reality show and you pass the legacy on...
No.
Wait! I'm serious!
You're literally everything untrustworthy in a person, dude. I don't know how else to say it.
Say $1 million in my bank account.
Alright, fine.
So there's our premise. Honestly, it would have been so hilarious if after Jellyfish said no, that would have been it. Could you imagine? Just roll credits. It would have made a hilarious short. But let's be honest, we do want to know where this is going, right? We then have a montage featuring Jellyfish and Bottlecap putting up flyers for the show, trying to hand flyers out to people directly, with, the amount of success you would expect, and advertising the show online with also, shall we say, varying success. Can I just say how much I love this rant in the second online application? And the fact that they applied out of spite. I'm curious as to whether that application actually got that person on the show or not, actually. Because, yeah, that would be kind of fun. And then we cut to Jellyfish and Bottlecap getting the show started. Take it away, guys.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jellyfish. Here's Bottlecap. You can't really see him, but he's there. And we've rented out a small area of Central Park, New York, to do our show. It's called Numbers, which doesn't really stand for anything, but using all caps gives it a little more flair anyway. We have 12 or 13 episodes ordered. I don't really know yet, to be honest. But anyway, our contestants, they should show up any minute now.
Actually, I've been here for the past 5 minutes.
Oh, hi, Umbrella.
I just didn't want to interrupt your intro.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm just here to try something new, honestly. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say too much. I guess the idea of making anything you can conceive might have played into it a little bit too, though.
Well, you get to take in everything first, I guess. Have fun.
Oh, hi, Umbrella. After that, we get to meet all of the other contestants. Rock Candy and Tesla Coil are next up. They're both from Pennsylvania, and they both have insomnia, and Rock Candy felt the need to tell everybody that straight off the bat. And I assume they're friends. I just, otherwise it's one heck of a coincidence that they just showed up together, unless they took the bus together or train together or something. Regardless, hi, you two. Jellyfish tells them both they can just wander around and do what they want for now. But Rock Candy decides to stick around in case someone cute shows up. And Tesla Coil also kind of agrees with that. Hey, this isn't The Bachelorette, I think. Anyway, Firework is the next to appear, and they're a wee bit groggy because they fell asleep on the train. And they also make sure to announce that they have monocular vision, which is down to the fact that they have eyes on either side to the head. So depth perception's a little bit lacking there. Yo-Yo appears right on cue next, and he wastes no time in showing off his skills. He's got that big stretchy arm, along with all of his high school achievements, which mainly focus around, well, actually 100% focus on being, like, on all of the sports teams. Rock Candy then wastes no time over on her part by claiming that Yo-Yo peaked in high school. Ouch. Tourist sign pops up next, and he offers to assist with organising the show, after claiming that Jellyfish doesn't seem like the most coordinated person. Saying that kind of thing to the host right off the bat doesn't seem like a good way to introduce yourself, but you do you, tourist sign, you do you. It's like, be yourself, I guess. There's no point in pretending to be somebody else. We're then graced with the presence of Day-Night Cycle, who definitely seems to view themselves as the most important thing going on wherever they happen to be at the time. It's like, whatever anybody else is up to, got to pay attention to Day-Night Cycle when they're there. Going to be an interesting personality to have around the place. Right, but we're not done yet. No. Battering Ram is here. And apparently the show was only going to have 12 contestants. We haven't seen them all yet, but the reason this got mentioned is because Jellyfish says we were going to have 12 contestants. But after reading Battering Ram's application, Jellyfish changed his mind. Battering Ram then says his application was only 2 sentences. And Jellyfish suddenly thinks he may have invited the wrong contestant. Not beating those uncoordinated allegations there, Jellyfish. Just saying. Unless Battering Ram's messing with him by saying the application was 2 sentences. I don't know. We don't know the motivations of these people. Cassette then wanders in and immediately calls out the set for looking not so good. Except he might not say it as nicely as that. Ballcap yells in agreement from behind the camera at this statement, by the way. Poor Jellyfish is having a really bad start to their hosting duties here. Battering Ram then tells Cassette he's making a horrible first impression. And Cassette gets right up in Battering Ram's face, real close, and saying they want to learn more about him. Battering Ram doesn't take kindly to this and kicks Cassette over, but then apologizes immediately. It's one of those situations where like, get out of my personal space. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to actually, harm you in any way. Cassette then asks if there's a confessional booth, and Jellyfish adds it to their list of things to do. Clearly, Cassette has a lot to say.
Cool. I have a lot to say.
No. See? Guess I was right. Hieroglyph and Supplier are the next 2 to show up, and have the funniest little interaction of the episode for me.
Okay, next up is Hieroglyph.
Man, I can't feel my arms. There are a lot of people on that bus.
I got here through groundwater cracks.
Jesus Christ. Hello?
Nice to meet you.
This cast is really winning me over very quickly. Honestly, I don't dislike any of them so far. This is a Mikey problem. Mikey finds it hard to dislike any characters in any of the shows that I watch, so I don't really know what to tell you. You just give me a well-written character with a fun personality, I'm going to enjoy it. Crafty comes floating in next, and when Firework is impressed by her tall string, she claims it's connected to the sun, which Firework readily believes. We got a gullible one over here, everyone. Gullible, but adorable, honestly. So that leaves one more contestant?
Yeah, Sundial is our last contestant.
Hey,
How's it going? Sundial?
Great. Thanks to everyone for getting here. Things should get a little easier as they go on, I hope.
Where are we gonna stay?
You'll have team bunkers.
Are we gonna make teams?
Yeah, next time around.
Oh.
Sorry. Anyway, things will be heating up soon, as these guys really get to know each other. They'll form their teams, and we'll see how they fare in their first challenge. Until then, we'll see you next time on Numbers!
Hey, what are your thoughts on splitting the income 60-40?
Sundial doesn't seem too chatty, do they? Yeah. And that wraps up episode 1 of Numbers. And luckily for us, episode 2 already exists, so we can go straight on into it. And yes, episode 2 is called Heavy Bend, and it begins with Tesla Coil waking Rock Candy up from her sleep on a bench after apparently an hour of snoozing, and apparently it took her half an hour to fall asleep. It's a kind of a callback to them both having insomnia from episode 1, and maybe they sleep in shifts. I don't know how this duo works. Tesla Coil hops up on the bench, and Supplier comes running up to tell them both that there are mats for them to sleep on. Outside. I mean, this seems like fine, you know. They're in Central Park. I'm sure you could sleep on a mat there. At least Jellyfish is trying. Oh, and hey, look, we have an intro now. Cool. I'm getting the feeling the Jellyfish is going to be, or already is, maybe not super outwardly yet though, overwhelmed by this contest from that intro. Just a feeling I'm getting. You know, being surrounded by multiples of the contestants and looking concerned. I mean, yeah, seems like overwhelmingment to me. Overwhelmingment. Add that one to the Mikey dictionary. All right, so we cut over to a fountain now, and Cassette is stealing all of the coins people have thrown in there. Yeah, well, Umbrella catches him in the act, and he says it's either he takes them or the cleaning crew does, and that nobody's wishes are being granted anyway. And it's also apparently how Cassette paid off his student loans. Maybe I should look into that too. It's an interesting interaction between these two, though, and we also learn that Cassette doesn't get along with his parents, which is a plot point that could maybe lead to some character development, or might just not get mentioned again. I don't know. Just stick a pin in it. Keep an eye on it. Cassette stashes his coins under a nearby tree, and then asks Jellyfish for a container to keep a personal item that he brought along in. Also interesting. Cassette's got a lot going on that we need to know more about. Was really keen on getting a confessional booth. Doesn't like his parents. Has a personal item that he doesn't really apparently want to talk about. What's going on with you? And now it's time to make teams, but because Jellyfish decided to add battering ram, or whoever it was meant to be, at the last minute, that means one team is going to end up with an extra contestant. Unfair advantage right off the bat, but it doesn't seem like anybody cares. They're all pretty chill about it. For now, anyway. It's also worth noting that I think this is the first shot we get of all the contestants together. Look at them all. Ready and mostly raring to go. Day-Night Cycle asks if they can start picking teammates right away. Then, when that gets confirmed, they just grab Firework and just walk off to find more people. Firework doesn't seem to really want to go with them, but also doesn't really put up much of a fight, to be honest. Then it's time to dive into Tourist Sign's mind a little bit.
I should probably lay low for now. I don't really know any of these people. I do want to know more about Umbrella, though. I feel like there's more to her. Not that it's a bad thing to, be social. I just... Never mind. New approach. Now, I should observe what she's saying. Her inner machinations. What really makes her tick?
I mean, most people here seem kind of cool. That Cassette guy was, looking for coins or something.
What does that mean, though? What does looking for coins mean?
Well, he was stealing them. How would you steal money?
I mean, that's like Wario. Wario does that. Why would you steal coins?
I mean, coins are a form of money. I guess I was kind of wrong with that statement.
Well, yeah, I guess, but why wouldn't you just...
Why wouldn't you just steal cash?
Yeah, just steal cash. Yeah, just rob a gas station.
Yeah, gas station.
Or you could do, breaking or entering. There's, a lot of options.
Yeah, why do you know so much about this? I mean, maybe we should just leave. Good talk.
Yeah, great talk. 10 stars.
Normally it's 5 stars. What rating system uses 10 stars? Clearly both of these folks should be analysed further.
What the hell are you doing?
I've been noticed! I've come to request your hand in teamship.
Oh, sure. Why didn't you just ask instead of stalking us?
Stalking is a very, very extreme term. I was observing.
Okay.
He's an interesting fella, isn't he? Lots of inner monologue going on. But I am looking forward to seeing his dynamic with Umbrella develop as the show goes on, since he seems more interested in her than anyone else on the show. Really seem to be focused in on her. Yeah. I kind of vibe with Tourist Sign a little bit because I definitely have a lot of the same kind of inner monologues. Not about doing the same kind of things. I'm not having inner monologues about stalking people, but I do have a lot of this going on. I usually like to talk it out loud. If I'm in the house by myself, I generally walk around and I say things out loud rather than just think them. I'm one of those people. Which is why I like doing this, because essentially while I'm doing this, I mean, I'm talking to you in the video now, but I'm just sitting in the room talking. Guess I just like talking. Rock Candy wants Crafty on her team and goes off to find her, much to Tesla Coil's dismay. Although it seems she doesn't want to have anything to do with trying to build a team at all, to be honest. She just seems really perplexed about the whole idea. Yo-Yo wonders if she's okay from a distance, and Cassette says he should go and check on her, which he eventually does.
Is she okay?
Maybe you should go check on her.
People skills aren't really my thing, but I can do this.
Yeah, cool. Okay, go talk to her now.
Hey, Tesla Coil, are you, well?
No.
Oh, that's not good.
I know nobody here.
Well, my name's Yo-Yo. Can I be somebody? That's the, opposite of nobody.
We're teammates now.
Oh, what?
Wow, thanks for solving that crisis. I think I'll just weasel my way into the team too.
I don't like you.
Go eat some peanuts.
Is that a bad thing?
Alright, well, Tesla Coil accidentally gained some team members. Whatever works. Meanwhile, Day Night Cycle convinces Firework to stick with them. Well, it's more like Firework doesn't really care which team he's on. I don't think he's really bothered at all. After Day Night Cycle wanders off, presumably to find more teammates, Supplier dashes up to Firework and asks if they want to team up, since Supplier is eye level with Firework, which makes a nice change for him. So these teams are starting to come together now. Rock Candy finds Crafty and convinces her to join her team, and tells her that the only other teammate so far is Tesla Coil. Well, you see, Rock Candy, about that, yeah, you might have missed something. Hieroglyph then bumps into Sundial, literally, and says they're heading over to ask Rock Candy to join her team, and if Sundial wants to come along. Sundial responds with a very flat no and walks away. What is Sundial's deal? Definitely seems to be another one for keeping themselves to themselves. It's one of those characters, you know, the one that's like, oh gosh, you're gonna make me join a team, I will, but don't expect me to be sociable or make friends. It's kind of the feeling I'm getting from them so far. Anyway, Hieroglyph joins Rock Candy's team, and Sundial makes a snap decision to join Day Night Cycle's team. Just because Jellyfish is like, well, it looks like everybody's in a team except Sundial. Sundial's just like, I'm just going to point, I suppose. Funny how it just feels like Rock Candy and Day Night Cycle are the team leaders. But that's just because they seem to take on most of the responsibility of recruiting other teammates, even though Day Night Cycle did just keep wandering off. I think Day Night Cycle's walking around asking people to join their team and then wandering away, rather than keeping them together. But anyway, that's just the vibe I got. Rock Candy and Day Night Cycle seem to be the kind of like, want to be the kind of heads of their teams. And now it's time for a classic object show moment. It's team names time.
Okay, then how about you guys name your teams? Try to have them ready while I go make some notes about this and something else.
Dork.
Well, I was thinking, since we're all girls, we incorporate that into our team name.
Girls' night.
Yes, that's the vision.
I'm not a girl.
Yeah, 3 of us are guys.
Does it really matter?
I guess not.
What about boys and girls' night?
Come on.
Don't worry, Yo-Yo. You can come to girls' night.
You mean it?
I don't want to make this about me, but can we please call ourselves the Rocket Rangers?
It was between that and Team Firework.
Hey, the answer is pretty clear, really. We already have the advantage in the numbers, so let's make our team self-titled. We are the representation of the numbers.
So, we call our team Numbers?
Yeah.
Sick.
That's probably the only team name that isn't allowed.
So Butterfly Knife is on the table then? Wait, team, I think I just had a revelation. That is the best phrase I've ever come up with on a whim. Next to Rainchild, of course.
You make no sense.
Not to you, I don't.
Oh. Sorry?
I'm just a pyramid, full of ideas.
I'm back. So, what are your names?
Yo-Yo! Oh, wait.
We are Girls' Night.
And we are Butterfly Knife!
Nice.
So, that's Girls' Night, and butterfly knife. To repeat what Jellyfish said, nice. But can we also quickly, though, talk about how happy Yo-Yo looks when Tesla Coil tells him he can come to girls' night? Look at his face. Oh, this is actually a super cute moment amidst all of the chaotic energy going on. I really like that. Oh, Yo-Yo. Might have been the big sports jock, but just wants to go to girls' night, you know? I like it. I dig it. All right. Jellyfish has put together a confessional booth as well, as per Cassette's suggestion in the previous episode, and then proceeds to create a cabin for each team with 6 identical beds. Oh, wait, Jellyfish. Did you forget about the uneven number of contestants? Better fix that, eh? Oh. Oops.
Wait, put a 7th bed in one of them. Fix the roof? Oh my god.
Yeah, I went through that phase too. Let's just make it into a challenge.
That would be cool.
Let's get a 7th bed into the girls' night cabin.
Wait. Okay! Here's your challenge. You have to fix your team's roof, since it's not really possible for the card to do it. I'll spawn in some supplies for you guys to use.
How am I supposed to do this challenge without any arms? How am I supposed to do this challenge without any arms?
I don't see how that would affect anything, and there's nothing stopping you from not doing anything. But I don't think your team would like that very much.
Well, at least we have our first challenge sorted. Good job, Jellyfish. Totally intentional. Could have totally played that off as intentional. You missed a chance there. Never mind. I also had to leave in the tourist sign moment as well. More inner monologuing. But so funny that he immediately followed up the thought by saying it out loud. Which goes back to what I was literally just saying about how I wander around if I'm in the house alone and I'll say things out loud. Oh no. Oh, my tourist sign. Oh gosh. It's possible. I mean, we all do that, right? Though that's not just me that does that. It isn't just me. Please tell me it's not just me. Jellyfish spawns in supplies for fixing the roof, and the teams get started on the challenge. So we're with Butterfly Knife first, and Supplier asks Day-Night Cycle if they can lean a wooden plank up against the cabin so everyone can get on the roof and get fixing. And Day-Night Cycle, who refuses to have their name shortened after Supplier asks, so I guess I'd better abide by their wishes too. Anyway, Day-Night Cycle makes a pretty bad excuse about their finger hurting. Okay, then. Maybe not much of a team player. Doesn't matter, though, because Sundial's already preempted this idea and is already working on the roof. Okay, maybe a little bit unsociable, but maybe actually a good teammate to have. You don't have to be sociable if you're good at the challenges, I suppose. Just give them the distance and just let them do their thing. Over on Girls' Night, Yo-Yo and Cassette try to convince Crafty to lift them onto the roof, but she claims she doesn't want her string to snap. Before admitting that she just doesn't like those two. Because they're like, you already carried wood up to the roof. That's heavier than us. And she's like, yeah, fine. I just don't like you. Cool. Good team dynamics going on already, huh? Rock Candy and Tesla Coil then turn up and tell the two boyos to leave her alone. With Tesla Coil asking Yo-Yo if he can just pull himself up with his arm. Pfft, what kind of question is that, Tesla Coil? Of course he can. Or, you know, maybe not. Maybe not quite as fit as he used to be in high school, huh? So, they decide to use a plank to make a ramp, like the other team, which is sensible. Back over with Butterfly Knife. Firework is hard at work with Supplier supplying tools as he goes. This leads to my favourite moment in this episode.
Whoa! Dude, this is a life hazard for me!
Oh, my bad.
Look what could have happened! My team seems kind of out of it, so I figured the best way to snap him into reality would be faking my death. You know those anti-homeless spikes that they started installing in the bridges under New York? Yeah, it's careless! So many awful design choices. Like, I fell through a grate once. I couldn't do photosynthesis until I escaped the sewers 2 days later. Ah!
Yeah. Supply's one of my favourites. For sure. The mischievous little giggle after we played dead. The rant about anti-homeless spikes. absolute winner. Anyway, back up on the roof. Firework asks why people decided to join up. Just as Tourist Sign was having more inner monologues and perhaps about to ask something himself, but he just lets this question just get answered. Baron Ram answers by saying he joined as a joke, but isn't going to just quit now he's in. Joined as a joke. I wonder if actually Battering Ram is the one who applied out of spite. But he did say his application was 2 sentences, and that little rant from episode 1 screenshot that we had was more than 2 sentences. So I don't know. But it would be kind of fun to tie one of the contestants back to that rant, that application. I think that would be pretty funny. But just a thought. Anyway, then it's over at the confessional booth again for some intriguing updates from 2 of the contestants.
So, I've been getting to know everyone on my team. After I've struck an okay impression with all of them, I'm just going to take the back seat and stay agreeable as possible. Not to throw shade on her, but Umbrella has been suspiciously good at doing that.
Okay, let me get some things straight. I'm here to make friends. I'm here to have fun.
So, Tourist Sign's gonna just play the nodding in agreement, trying to appease everyone guy? Even if that's not how he genuinely feels? And his suspicion about Umbrella doing the same thing, being immediately kind of contradicted by Umbrella's, refreshingly honest confession about just wanting to make friends and have fun, is very clever. I kind of like that transition between those 2 characters and their confessions. I guess we'll have to wait and see if she's being genuine about it or not, though, because maybe she's just playing up to the camera. Who knows? Bottlecap then announces the teams have 10 minutes left, and Day-Night Cycle tries to sabotage Girls' Night by taking all of the rest of the supplies so that they can't finish off their repairs. After Crafty notices this, she leads Girls' Night to the other cabin, except for Hieroglyph, who stays behind to keep working on the roof. Anyway, yes, so they go over to the other cabin to ask for some supplies. I'm sure this doesn't need to end in a fight, right?
Hi, Butterfly Knife. Sorry we had to meet like this, but we were wondering if you had supplies. You want to get back to us?
Well, we're already done, but we can give you whatever you need.
Yeah, it's the first challenge. I don't want to fight.
Good.
Today was great.
Ow!
Sorry, but you don't mess with the butterfly.
Yeah, who the hell threw an entire cement block?
Okay, we really need to focus on fixing this room. And if you guys didn't throw it off, we need more of that mesh to cover the hole. And where did some metal go?
Okay, so it ended in a fight, but I laughed so much at this scene. Yo-Yo appearing in the confessional booth with a big dent in his side. Battering Ram saying, who the hell threw an entire cement block? It was just so good. Like, every moment just hit so well in that scene. And then, like, Sundial's angry little quick walk into the confessional booth, quick grumble, and then straight back out again. I mean, clearly frustrated at, like, everything. Just like, what have I walked into? What is this? What is going on? It was so good. It was such a good scene. I know I was saying the supplier playing dead scene was my favorite, but I tell you what, this one it's just below it. Just below it, just because I really like that supplier moment in the confessional booth. Jellyfish then judges the roofs, and since the giant hole that Yo-Yo reopened is still in Butterfly Knife's roof, and Hieroglyph stayed behind to keep working on Girls' Night's roof when everyone else went to cause chaos, Girls' Night wins the first challenge. We also finally get a confessional from Cassette. About time, because he was the one who asked for the booth to begin with.
I know, everyone was looking forward to my confessional. Sorry it took so long. I like my team a lot. They're cool people. But I feel like I still haven't made any actual relationships. I've just been, like, fun or whatever. So I'm not really that happy about my place on the team. But I guess it's my own fault. I'll try to get out of my comfort zone more, I guess.
Huh. Wasn't expecting that. I thought Cassette wanted a confessional booth to just rag on the other players. But seems he likes the people he's with, but not so much himself. So it's kind of sad. I hope he can make some connections. It's just maybe that's kind of what he's there for. To try and, like, bring himself out of his shell a little bit more, perhaps. Again, don't know. These are just little beginnings of figuring out these characters' personalities and motivations, but I have enjoyed getting to know them a little bit in these first 2 episodes. Alright, so that leaves Butterfly Knife up for elimination. But since this episode came out quite a while ago, don't even think about trying to vote anymore. But we can't wrap up the episode without one more piece of jellyfish awkwardness.
Viewers, it's up to you now to vote someone off this show from Butterfly Knife. So, 7 days to do that. Good luck.
Why did you say good luck?
Hell no.
I love him so much. He's trying his best, okay? And we do get a small post-credit scene as well in the Butterfly Knife cabin, where Tourist Sign says the cabins are nice, but Supply claims they don't do anything for him, while jumping up and down on a bed with apparent glee. Okay, Supplier. Okay, yeah, totally believe it. Totally believe you. And that's it for numbers for now. We've had 2 teasers for episode 3 since episode 2 came out, so I guess it's time for us to just play the waiting game on this one. I'm sure it'll be ready when it's ready, and I'm sure it'll also be worth the wait, because Vangs really does seem to put a lot of time and effort into these shows. So, yeah, in the meantime, if you haven't watched the first 2 episodes of Numbers yet, even though I told you to do that before listening to this, then I would highly recommend it. Definitely another Mikey recommendation, this one. Really fun. So get ahead of the game before episode 3 comes out. And awesome work, everybody who works on the show as well. Absolutely great stuff. Again, like, it just hits all the right notes. It's got really good animation. It's got really fun. All of the VAs, just, it's so natural. And that's why the scene with the fight was just, it worked so well, because everyone's lines were just, they just come off so just like, they just do such a good job as well. It's like everybody, awesome work, everybody. Absolutely brilliant stuff. I'm excited for more numbers. Alright, we do have a couple more little updates to go over, and this was kind of hinted at a few days ago, and Webz did confirm it officially now. 3.6, because the episode's 37 minutes long, and because Webz is doing 30 minutes of that animation, yeah, he's going to have to push the episode back. I'm not exactly sure when it'll come out, but whichever Saturday I post the trailer, the next Saturday will be when the episode comes out. And apologizing as well. The episode ended up being a bigger monster than I could have ever imagined. About 70% of the way through. It's like, I know you feel the need to apologize because you put a release date out there and now you can't hit that release date. That's why release dates, having like putting very specific release dates down, can be a little bit of a, it can be a little bit dangerous waters, because then if you don't hit that specific date, you really do feel like you've dropped the ball. But it really does sound like Webz is putting a hell of a lot of work into this, and it just is what it is, right? It's like, you can't really do much about it now. So don't worry about Webz. We know you're putting all of your heart and soul into this show, and, you know, if that means we have to wait a little bit longer for you to do what you need to do, then we can do that. And finally, an update from Yolkroll, which ties nicely into what I said at the start of the episode. It's a nice little holiday art piece by Flower. Really, really awesome artwork. I really like this. Now there's a Happy Holidays from the Floors crew. Look at them. I love this so much. It's so nice. Oh, it's just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy and stuff. And what a perfect way to wrap up the actual update for this week, I would say. That's really nice. I might just leave that up there, actually, while I do the outro, too. Because it's just really nice. It's a really nice little picture. So, yeah, that does wrap up Object Show Roundup for this week. And like I said, this is the last one before the holidays kick in. So, everybody take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful holiday season, whether you celebrate anything or don't celebrate. I do hope you get to chill out a little bit. Yeah, there will be another episode next week, and that will be the last episode of, probably the last episode of the year. It depends if I do a midweek episode or not, because it depends what comes out, doesn't it? And when. It's always hard to tell. But definitely won't be any more videos before the 25th. That's for sure. There won't be a midweek episode this coming week. I do know there's a new episode of something meant to be coming out today, tomorrow, perhaps, but that's going to have to wait. because I actually do want to put my feet up a little bit. I'm still doing my charity streaming for the National Children's Alliance as well, so I just want to make sure I give myself plenty of time to recharge, rest up, recover, make sure I don't burn myself out doing too much stuff, because I say quite often that I don't want people to burn themselves out, and if they put too much work into something or don't give themselves time to rest, all of a sudden, boom, that's it, and it can wipe you out for such a long time if you overdo things. So I'm just trying to make sure I follow my own advice by making sure I do take some time away when I need to. So, like I say, no midweek episode definitely next week. So I will see you on... Hang on a second. I'm trying to remember my schedule for the streams. I'm doing Fridays. Oh, no. The episode next week will be on the regular day. It will be on Saturday, but I might need to record it. Oh, when am I going to record it? No, it won't be Saturday. Listen, I'm sorry. What did I say about my brain doing nice little wandering around things? The next episode will be late. And here's why. It's Christmas Day on the Thursday. I'm doing a charity stream on Boxing Day on the 26th. And then I will be recording Object Show Roundup on the 27th. But I don't think I'll have time to record, edit, and put it up all on the same day. I guess it depends how much stuff I have to talk about. So I'm going to say it probably won't be on the Saturday because I need to record and edit it on that day. And then I'm charity streaming on the Sunday. So it'll probably actually be the Monday it goes up. And then things will balance back out again as we get into the new year. It's just, December is a charity fundraising month for me. So, but the thing is, I'm still getting those at least once a week episodes out. So that was my main thing, to make sure I still got episodes done and up and everything. So, okay, there we go. I ended up rambling way more than I expected to there. I do apologize. But thank you, everybody, for being here. Oh, I nearly lost my voice. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Whether you stayed just for 10 seconds, whether you just watch one section that you're interested in, or whether you watch the whole episode, I do appreciate any time you spend here. Please do make the YouTube algorithms happy. Like the video, share the video, hype the video, and drop comments if you have anything you want to say, I guess. I word so good sometimes. I am the best at the words. I really do the words good. And yeah, that's everything. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Love and appreciate you all. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you all sometime. But, toodaloo.